So, the last few weeks were a bit of a culture shock to me. After seeing, the whole Bud Light and Mr. Beast drama online, I honestly didn't know this many transphobes still existed. They all just came out of nowhere. Now, I'm not gonna argue whether you think companies should use the LGBT as a marketing scheme, but apparently Bud Light partnered with this transgender TikToker, and oh dear, we all saw this coming. You know conservatives were gonna get mad. I find it ironic how they call people snowflakes, but then act like man-children protesting over a beverage. Boomers really be thinking this is the Boston Tea Party, dumping all their Bud Light they just bought at the liquor store. Some going as far as to just vandalize the store. But nothing would compare to this one individual named Seth Weathers, who got so triggered that he started a brewery just to sell his own beer. Let's take a look at his ad, shall we? This man has never seen a woman in his life.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created...
Did he just teleport out of the men's room? To show he's a man, I guess? He's probably just insecure about people thinking he's a woman. And did he just grab that out of the toilet?
Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer.
Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer. That is a mouthful. I mean, is it really woke-free? Aren't you just branding your beer off a fallacy?
As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus.
Poor baby. Unironically playing the victim card. Woke mind virus? Yeah, kids, I think it's time to send Grandpa to the retirement home.
But the last place we want it is in our beer.
Come on, guys. The man already lacks self-esteem about being misgendered.
If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Again, another fallacy. Corporations aren't luring kids to take hormones. Especially not a beer company. This isn't some devious trick where cigarette companies try to get kids to start smoking. Puberty blockers are often prescribed as options for children with gender dysphoria, a real medical condition. You can't just go to a CVS and pick up hormones like cigarettes. You sound just as bad as my family. It's just sad. He spent over $500,000 for this ad, by the way. I'm glad people are really taking you as serious as I did. Also, he included that Bud Light is much cheaper than Ultra Right. Most buyers were very unhappy with the price. And Seth basically promises to reduce prices with sales. Not a very promising look for a business. And then he gaslights you for not spending $20 on his beer. Customers are left with very little details of what they're actually buying. You can already see the red flags since it can only be ordered online, because they aren't legally allowed to sell it in stores. Also, it's very easy to bypass security, because you don't need to show any form of ID. To make matters worse, the brewery dropped his contract after seeing his product's transphobic marketing campaign. And I don't think his merch is doing any better than his beer. I mean, I'm no entrepreneur, but it doesn't look good when you insult your customers like this. Oh, Seth, don't pretend you don't know how to use a television. You're not fooling anyone that you don't sit around and use technology like everyone else. You are actively on Twitter, trying to sell beers on your website, and have been in several remote interviews.
You're I'm not gay. I'm not headed that way. But you're a good-looking man. We don't want good-looking Americans anymore. Again, no, listen, I'm not gay. I'm not headed that way. I'm just telling you, my friends will see, I don't know, Brad Pitt or something. He's a good-looking guy. I would know. I'm not gay. Okay, you don't know Brad Pitt's a good-looking guy. I'm not gay. I'm not headed away, Seth. But you look like a spokesmodel. You
serve it anymore. Turn off Fox News. Just let it all quit.
Shouldn't have done that.
No purpose. Did you just put your credit card on the screen?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. And so I'm like a woman, and I put tampons in my backside.
Well, some people say he's blackface for women.
I'm guessing not many people are going to understand what I'm saying, but it was Missouri, man. Like the Bears are in Chicago. It was like Bush, Budweiser. That was Missouri. Seth, I used to say to people, "Don't help me when I'm doing a show." You know what I mean? Don't help me. You don't have to add into it. And I would, if I was you, I would just sit there for a second and not talk. You don't want to go. You don't want to go where I'm going to go. But
you'd be surprised.
No, hang on. But
we quickly went from the Clydesdales to a freak show, and now they're like, oh wait, bring back the Clydesdales. Everyone's upset. Yeah. Bring back the horses, America. Here you go, dumb Americans. This is what we are. We love you. We're a part of you. You're idiots. Buy our beer. Forget about the fact that we're pro all of the garbage wokeness that is opposed to everything you believe, middle America. Okay, we know what that means. He's still afraid to say, hey, we're sorry we put a mentally ill person as a sponsor of our brand in front of America and said that this is a great thing.
Being transgender isn't a mental illness. Sure, they revised what we now know as gender dysphoria to be a disorder, but nothing's inherently wrong with that. Having a disorder is more common than you think. You or someone you know has a disorder. Therefore, these things should be more socially acceptable. The way you stigmatize the problem is the problem. Because let's be honest here, you really don't care about trans people. You're not looking to help anyone. You just want to hate people. Guess what? I didn't want to be born this way, and hear your fucking attitude about it.
Count and add on to it.
Assuming you used your real name, I'll go in and add an extra one in there for you.
It's under Mancow.
Okay.
That's my name on all my papers and stuff. My real name is Eric, but I hate that name.
Well, that's all right too.
Yeah. So, okay. So
hypocrite. You're okay with a grown man naming himself Mancow, but you would have a problem with me being Nicole, right? I've been making this video for over a week, and he still thinks ultra-right's gonna work.
What we discovered at the Anheuser-Busch farms will shock this nation to its very core. Every year, over 1,000 innocent BudLight horses are transed against their will.
These undercover photos may be disturbing for some viewers.
The Conservative Dad's ultra-right beer is on a mission to rescue these abused animals. With your help, we started Operation Save the Trans Horses, a rescue farm in a secret location in northern Illinois. Our newest member of the family, Gordon here, formerly known as Alyssa, spent 2 years at the BudLight Trans facility, receiving harmful hormone therapy. After only 2 weeks at our rehabilitation farm, Gordon's back to his old fertile self, having already sired 12 future ultra-right foals. This would not be possible without your support of Conservative Dad's ultra-right beer, the only 100% woke-free American beer.
This may be a parody, but the beer is real.
Nobody's gonna sell your beer. It's not gonna happen. Nobody cares about this protest anymore.
And then we show right back up. So when I'm begging America, you don't have to buy my beer, but just don't ever for the rest of your life buy tranny fluid or any other item from Anheuser-Busch. It has to stop. And I'm very serious about this. We are getting assaulted all across America by these freaks and people promoting these freaks, and that statement from Anheuser last night is BS. It meant nothing. There was no apology to America by putting a freak of nature who needs to be in a mental institution. I genuinely feel for that kid. Actually, he's an adult man. That's the problem. I've even been influenced to think of him as a kid because he's prancing around and acting as a little girl. And who does a little girl on TikTok appeal to? It appeals to children. We canceled Joe Camel, and they're putting this on camera. That's BS. And that's when we started ultrarightbeer.com.
I think it's fascinating that it's men that are going to be at the forefront of defending biological women through this boycott. It's too bad that there aren't enough women doing it.
It's such a great point.